Hello guys, Havax here. Today I'm going to talk about Belanor. I'm using him in a Bateater comp for one keying Ultra Nightmare. The reason that Belanor is very good for this setup is because he increases the crit rate of everyone else, so you can build everyone at 76% crit rate. You could also use, of course, I know you can use Ninja and everyone has Ninja, but you might want to build him differently for other things. So you don't want him set in a specific build for Clan Boss. So the reason why it might be good to use Belanor is because, well, he's not really useful anywhere else. But he can do a Death Down and Weakened, which is one of the other things that makes him very good for this. So he has the crit aura, which makes it easier to build your Maneater, your painkeeper, seeker, and your other Maneater. He has the decrease defense and weaken on a 3-turn cooldown, so he can keep that up all the time. And then he can increase the crit rate with his A1. This is useful if you can't quite reach the 76 crit rate on top of the speeds, but yeah, so he makes it easier to build everyone so that you can either 2-key. Well, with a Bateater comp, 2-keying is very easy, but it makes it easier for you to end up doing that 1-key that is sought after. So now I'll just quickly show you the damage on Clan Boss. I have screenshot here. So you can see Belanor is doing most of the damage, but Seeker is also doing a lot of the damage. This is not going to be new to you if you're familiar with the Bateater comp, but this is how it will be. The crit rate obviously helps you get more damage out of everyone, and especially Seeker, because then you can build more attack, more crit damage. I do have my painkeeper in a poison set as well as Seeker, and Belanor is in a relentless set. The worst affinity is force, and I have a screenshot of me here doing force. Because you are using the mastery that gives you extra damage when they're below 40, when the clan boss switches, I would suggest you wait until it's below 40%, because then the mastery will help you to get a little bit extra damage. So the damage is very similar for me on the force, which is my worst affinity. This screenshot is from Void, but we don't have the extra help from the 40% extra damage when below 40% on this screenshot. So that's why they're so similar. Now I'm going to show you the speed ranges in my calculator. I created a Clan Boss calculator way back when. These are the speeds that I'm using right now. So, and you can see here, this is what it does, 10, 10, 10. So between every attack you get 2 to 1. And what's interesting here is the speed ranges. It shows you the speed ranges here. So Belanor can go between 217 and 230. I don't think it doesn't change when you enable Spirit, because they are blocking the decreased speed. So, but everyone's speed affects other champs' speed. So you can see here, Painkeeper can go to 245, but if I change Seeker to 250, you can see that Painkeeper's upper limit goes to 250. So it kind of depends on the other champs. There is some leeway on the speeds, but they affect each other. So now I'm just going to show you all the speeds. It's easier to just see them here. So we go here, we go speed comp, and we check here. So obviously I just showed you the speeds, but this can also give you an idea of what the attack and the crit damage is for all the champs I'm using. So with this setup here, I can just press auto, and it works on both Ultra Nightmare, Nightmare, and Brutal. I don't have to do any setup, which is really cool. So you set this to use this first and open with it. The opener is not really necessary when you have the first, the priority here. And here you use the pommel first, and then the Ancient Blood. He will use this, then he will use this, and then he'll use this. The maneaters will use the siphon on cooldown. They changed the AI just before they enabled us to do this. And Seeker, for this comp, he uses his A1 first, and this is the same for all the difficulties. And the Painkeeper is set up like this. So 4500 and 256 crit damage. and he is in a relentless set. The 2 maneaters are in speed sets, nothing special. The seeker is in a poison set, and the painkeeper is in a poison set. So you can see I built most of them around that 76 mark for crit rate. Yeah, so now I'll just go over the masteries real quick. These are the masteries I have on Belanor. The retribution is pretty important. It'll give a lot of extra hits. You have 32 chances to get, because the AoE, 32 AoEs in 50 turns, and you'll have, so you on average you get 16 counterattacks with this, which is significant. Obviously Warmaster, and the way he gets to actually use this counterattack is with this. So because he's built for so much damage, he will heal up 25% of his HP every time. So he will counterattack pretty often. The same goes for the maneaters. If you have built them with enough damage, they will also counterattack often. You need the life drinker, the Warmaster, and the counterattack, of course. And yeah, so these two are the same. Yeah, except for the resistance, but that doesn't matter. Then Seeker here, it's the same. He doesn't always get enough damage in to get the counterattack, but most often he will. And Painkeeper is a bit different because you don't want him to actually counterattack. So I just increased the chance to get poisons and the chance to extend them instead of the counter, because the turn meter increase on day 1 of Painkeeper might end up throwing off the team. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more. If you have any questions, obviously you can just ask them down below. Thank you. Bye.